If you've ever looked around your home and felt completely overwhelmed by clutter, like you don't even know where to start, you are definitely not alone. That feeling of overwhelm is one of the biggest things that keeps people stuck. Not because they don't care and not because they're not capable, but because the problem feels too big to take on. And when something feels too overwhelming, your brain naturally wants to avoid it. So instead of taking action, you put it off, or you wait until you have more time, more energy, or the right motivation to deal with it. But that moment rarely comes. So in this video, I want to walk you through exactly what to do when you feel overwhelmed by clutter, in a way that helps you actually get started without making things worse. If you're new here, I'm Kelly, a professional organizer with a background in behavioral science. I help people create homes that support the life they actually want to live. The first thing I want you to know is that the goal here is not to fix everything all at once. The goal is to take small, empowering steps that help you build momentum, because momentum is what gets you out of overwhelm. When you're overwhelmed, you don't need a big plan, you need a small win. One of the simplest ways to do that is to set a timer for 10 or 15 minutes and declutter until it goes off. That's it. You're not committing to finishing a room, you're not committing to doing this all day, you're just committing to making a small bit of progress for a short, defined period of time. This works really well because it lowers the barrier to getting started. It feels doable even on a busy day or when your energy is low, and it removes that pressure to do it right or to do it all. You're just showing up and doing what you can within that window. And more often than not, once you start, you'll find that it's easier to keep going. But even if you don't, you've still made progress, and that matters. Another really helpful approach is to set a very small, space-related goal. Instead of saying, I need to declutter my kitchen, you might say, I'm going to declutter this one drawer, or this one shelf, or this one small section of a space. When the goal is clearly defined and limited, it becomes much easier to follow through, because your brain isn't trying to figure out where to start or how long it's going to take. It's just focusing on one simple task. And just as importantly, it gives you a clear finish line. That sense of completion is incredibly powerful. It builds confidence, it gives you a sense of control, and it reinforces the idea that you can make progress. If you're not sure where to start, I always recommend beginning with visible areas, things like countertops, entryway surfaces, or a coffee table. Because when you declutter something you can see every day, you get an immediate visual reward. You walk by and notice the difference. It feels lighter, it feels calmer, it feels more intentional. And that visible progress can be really motivating. It reinforces the idea that your effort is working, which makes it easier to come back and do another session. Another way to make decluttering easier when you're feeling overwhelmed is to start with the simplest decisions first. You don't need to jump into the hard emotional categories right away. Instead, grab a trash bag and do a quick pass through the space, just looking for obvious trash. Things that are broken, expired, or clearly not usable anymore. No overthinking, no second guessing. Then grab a donation bag and do another quick pass looking for anything that you already know that you don't use or need. Again, you're not analyzing every item, you're not trying to make perfect decisions, you're just making the easy ones. This helps you build momentum quickly, and it clears out space without draining your energy. And something else that happens here is that the space itself starts to feel a little more manageable. When you remove the obvious clutter, it becomes much easier to see what's left and make more thoughtful decisions later on. Now, once you've completed that first small decluttering session, this is where a lot of people either stop or they fall into the trap of trying to do too much too quickly, and both of those can keep you stuck. Instead of doing that, I want you to schedule your next few sessions on your calendar. Treat them like appointments. Keep them small, keep them realistic. Maybe it's 10 or 15 minutes a few times a week. Maybe it's one small space every couple of days. The key is consistency, not intensity. Because when you show up for a small session regularly, you start to build a rhythm, and that rhythm is what creates lasting progress. It takes the pressure off of any one session and shifts your focus to the bigger picture. You're not trying to solve everything today, you're building a habit of showing up. One thing I want you to be mindful of is not getting overly confident too early on and suddenly taking on a much bigger project than you have the time or energy for. This is something I see all the time. People have a few successful sessions, they feel motivated, and then they decide to declutter an entire room in one go. And before they know it, everything is pulled out, nothing is finished, and they're right back in that place of overwhelm, sometimes even worse than before. So as tempting as it is, try to stay within that small, manageable structure, especially in the beginning, and then ramp up slowly as you gain more confidence and have more experience. Because the goal here is not to do everything quickly, it's to build a process that you can actually stick with, a process that feels sustainable, a process that works even on days when you don't feel super motivated, because that's what leads to real change. And over time, these small, consistent sessions start to add up in a really meaningful way. A drawer here, a shelf there, a clear surface. Your space starts to feel lighter, your mind starts to feel clearer, and that sense of overwhelm starts to fade, not because you forced yourself to do more, but because you gave yourself a way to move forward that actually works. So if you're feeling overwhelmed right now, I want you to remember this. You don't need to figure everything out. You don't need to have hours of free time, and you don't need to wait until you feel ready. You just need to start small and keep going. And that's how you begin to take your home back, one small step at a time. If you're looking for more motivation to get your home tidy and keep it that way, check out my recent video that's all about why your home keeps getting messy. I'll link it here on the screen and in the description below.